All right, it's time to talk about the Kansas City Chiefs. We know these guys are the Super Bowl winners. They've got a high-powered offense, and a lot of people are coveting a lot of these players on this roster for their fantasy football teams. Let's just look at the depth chart here. We already know right here at the quarterback position, Patrick Mahomes, but I also want to target there Carson Wentz as the second quarterback. So if anything, God forbid, happens to Patrick Mahomes, boy, Carson Wentz is going to be a hot waiver wire target ad. So keep him in the back of your mind. Just know he is on the Chiefs just in case something, God forbid, did happen to Mahomes. But let's talk about Patrick Mahomes. He is delivering at a high clip. He's going to get you those touchdowns. He's going to get you a lot of yards. He's a great fantasy football quarterback, and a lot of it's due to his tight end Travis Kelce, but now he finally has even more wide receivers. They added quite a bit, which we're going to talk about here in a second, but they're going to give Patrick Mahomes a lot of options to throw the football to him, and hopefully more reliable wide receivers than like an MVS would give him than last season, right? So I think Patrick Mahomes, it's a set it forget it type of guy. You don't have to have much analysis for Patrick Mahomes to know that he is a top flight quarterback for you to have in fantasy football. I'm good. He's a great quarterback, right? Let's just look at the depth chart once again. Let's go over these running backs, right? We got Isaiah Pacheco here, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, LaMichael P. Ryan, and Deneric Prince as of right now on this roster. We know Jared McKinnon is probably no longer going to be there. They gave his jersey number 1 to the rookie Xavier Worthy. So as of right now, you know we've got Isaiah Pacheco. He is the one that's making all of this churn. When he hands the football, sometimes towards the end of the season, we're looking at 16 to 20 touches per game. He's a big part of this offense going forward, whether or not they're going to be resting Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce throughout the season to get them ready for the NFL playoffs. Isaiah Pacheco is going to be a big person to do that. And look at the backfield there with Clyde Edwards-Helaire, right? He is now becoming the pass down type of guy, taking over that Jarrett McKinnon role. So he could be even more involved. I don't even know if I'd say he'd be a good flex play, but just know he's going to get his touches as well. He was drafted to be the man. He's shown he can't be the man. So it is what it is. Isaiah Pacheco is the man for this offense. You got to love what you get out of that. Let's just pop up the depth chart here. Let's talk about these wide receivers. This is what we're really here for, right? Rashee Rice, Marquise Brown, Xavier Worthy, Justin Watson, Sky Moore, and Kadarius Toney. Now, there's a lot of questions going on as of the recording of this video right now. We don't know if Rashee Rice is going to be suspended or not for this season. We have no clue. I know his ADP right now has dropped because we don't know what's going to happen to him. But as the offseason goes and there's no suspension even close to be seen as we know, we're starting to see Rashee Rice's ADP start to climb up a little bit because now they're thinking, wait, what if he's able to play all of 2024? I can get him out a complete steal right now, and then 2025 we can worry about it. So you never know. But they ended up getting Hollywood Brown over here. He should be the number 1 wide receiver if Rashee Rice cannot go, and he's going to get most of the targets in my opinion. So Patrick Mahomes is going to have somebody to throw the football to who can get down the football field and make some plays, right? Xavier Worthy, the fastest guy ever in the combine. He's just a little guy, right? He's just a little small wide receiver. My biggest problem with Xavier Worthy, he was electric in the open field at the University of Texas, but he has a very small frame. And he's going to struggle against press coverage with these strong cornerbacks in the NFL. So a lot of people are drafting Xavier Worthy thinking that they're getting a Tyreek Hill. Well, I'm sorry, but you're not getting a Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is extremely fast too, but he's physical, right? Xavier Worthy is not a physical wide receiver. He's more of a shifty, elusive wide receiver. So I'm not really sure what you're going to get out of that. I'm not as high on Xavier Worthy, but I still think he is definitely a draftable asset and could be very good for fantasy football. And then on the flip side, you got your Justin Watson as well. He can give you a couple weeks, maybe 1, maybe 2 weeks in the entire season that you're kind of glad that you put him in your flex position. But for the most part, it's kind of stay away from all of that. Let's pull up the depth chart again. Let's go over these tight ends. And we all know the King Dingaling himself, Travis Kelce, and then Noah Gray at the tight end position. And we have to remember they drafted a tight end out of TCU, Jared Wiley, that I'm super excited about. So if you're in a dynasty league, go get yourself Jared Wiley. He could probably take over for Travis Kelce. Let's say Kelce maybe plays for another 2 years. He could leapfrog Noah Gray and be the man at the tight end position. So I'm really liking Jared Wiley as well, just not this year. But Travis Kelce, right? He's going to give you top flight type of tight end numbers. If they don't rest him throughout the season, which I think they probably will rest him just a little bit and not utilize him as much as they did in the past to save him for the NFL playoffs. But if they don't rest this guy, he is, a top flight as they get. Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce is a household name at this point. He's a very good target to have, especially if you have Patrick Mahomes. If you're trying to have a duo, there's probably not a better duo out there. I know people may be saying Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews or something like that, but Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, they're going to pop up solid numbers for you. So if we're looking over the entire roster and you're like, okay, which guys should I be targeting? Definitely Patrick Mahomes, definitely Travis Kelce. That's a set and forget it. I definitely want to target Isaiah Pacheco. If you want a flex play, it would be Clyde Edwards-Helaire at the running back position, but I wouldn't advise doing that. I'm just going to pass him up altogether. At the wide receiver position, Rashee Rice. At the ADP it is now, I would probably go. If he's going really higher up there in the drafts, I would stay away from it just because we don't know what the suspension is going to happen, or if there is going to be a suspension or what with Rashee Rice. Hollywood Brown, he's definitely somebody I'd go get. Xavier Worthy, I would get, but it has to be at a good ADP. Again, I think he's going to struggle a little bit in the NFL because he's just going to struggle against man coverage, and I think they're going to try to play a lot of man against Xavier Worthy with a safety over the top, which is going to kind of struggle from him. But other than that, that's kind of what I would target from the Kansas City Chiefs. They're a great offense to have, and it's a fantasy football feast when you get some of these guys on your team because they're going to be scoring a lot of points for you. Guys, make sure you guys are hitting the subscribe button. Make sure you're hitting the like button. What do you guys, leave a comment down below. What do you guys think about the Kansas City, and who is your favorite Kansas City Chief to draft in fantasy football in 2024? I can't wait to see you guys on the next video. We'll see you guys next time.